welcome to the Redefined Podcast.
All right, welcome back to the show. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about AI. That's right, AI. Again. I think I said this in the last episode where I talked about AI, but it is going to be an ongoing conversation. Not only is the technology evolving very quickly, but it's being adopted at an accelerated rate. And I love this aspect of it. Marketers are using it in very, very creative ways. The use of the technology is evolving as well. And that's the cool thing about marketers, right? They're so innovative and so creative that they'll take a tool or a technology and they'll use it in ways that, the original creators of that technology had never even thought of, right? Right. So it's pretty awesome. And I know maybe in the last episode that I talked about this, I may have sounded like I was against AI, and I'm not. I'm totally not. I am very hesitant about it. I'm not necessarily going to jump on to a specific technology just because everybody and their mother in the marketing world is excited about it. It's just like I want to see where it goes first, and to see let the dust settle. Because here's the thing. I don't want to waste my time and effort chasing down this next hot thing just because it's the next hot thing, right? A prime example of that is that Clubhouse app that came out, was it 2 years ago? It was during pandemic, and it just was super, super popular for a hot minute. Everybody and their mother was jumping onto this thing because it was just the next hot thing, right? The next shiny object. But where is it now? Right? Where is it now? So again, I'm being really, I always actually kind of am, just mindful of how I spend my time and energy, and I'm not just going to necessarily pour myself into something that's new just because it's new, right? And same thing with AI. I've been stepping into the space pretty cautiously. Now, I did mention in the last episode that I do want to start using it for SEO, right? For search engine optimization. I just don't think in SEO, right? My brain doesn't work that way. When I write, especially, I write in free form, right? I write when I want to write, and I don't like writing with the constraints of having to think about search engine optimization. Now, that's been to my disadvantage, of course, when it comes to the content. I mean, the writing is great and the content is great, but the search engine optimization, the SEO, is horrible, right? So my YouTube has definitely suffered, and I think to a degree, this podcast has suffered as well, because they're not optimized, right? So I really want to start using Chat GPT to help my SEO for these two particular things, because I just want the content to be found by more people, of course, right? Of course. So that said, I still am very, I have hesitations with the way this technology is being used. Just today, actually, and this is why this conversation came up. I have a good friend that sent me a video from Facebook. It was about, this gentleman in the video was sharing all his strategies, all his tactics with Chat GPT, and he was doing some amazing things, right? Again, super, super creative, and I love that. I love that about marketers. However, there was one point in his presentation that I really just had to pause and shake my head, at least personally, right? Like this part of the whole conversation is my opinion and my perspective. But he was describing how, he was entering all the parameters. He entered a link of an article that he wanted to outrank in the search engine. He entered, some other text that he wanted to kind of model his particular article around. And then when he pressed enter, he said, and I quote, "It generated original content." Now, at least, again, my understanding of this technology is that it doesn't just generate original content, right? Chat GPT isn't sitting there, waiting for the muses to inspire it to come up with content out of the ether. It's aggregating content that already exists on the internet and putting it together, piecing it together in a way that you set the parameters for. So it's not original content, it's pieces of existing content. Now, I know marketers are using this content and publishing it as if it were original content. And that's the part that I have a real issue with, right? I definitely would never post content, especially an article that was GPT or AI generated without letting the reader or the consumer know that that was AI generated. For me, like I love the technology. I think it's beautiful. I think it's really, really elegant. However, I personally draw an ethical line, right? And there aren't necessarily governing bodies that can keep all of this in track, like for plagiarism or anything like that. So it's going to happen regardless. But I think my biggest issue is with marketers, it's not the technology, it's with marketers, is that we are so driven by results, right? We're so results oriented, which is great. However, at what cost? Right? At what cost? What are you willing to do to get those results, right? Everything is always just results. Oh, what can this help me do? What results can this help me get? And I get that, right? I'm a marketer too. I'm an entrepreneur too. So there is that part of me that wants to get results. But again, I draw an ethical line, right? I that I'm not willing to cross. And one of those things is, again, perpetrating a piece of content as if it were my own when it was really generated by a computer program, right? So, it's hard for me to say. Like this is definitely, again, my opinion about how some marketers are using this technology. Up to you. It's up to you how you want to do it. If you're okay with it, then by all means, more power to you. You'll probably outrank me in the search engines. But it's just my own personal thing. Will my opinion change down the line? Maybe we'll see. But I don't know. It's just one of those things that at this moment in time, as of this recording, it just doesn't feel right to me to have Chat GPT or an AI generate content and then publish it as if it were my own, right? It's just not cool. At least for me. Again, you decide. But like, given those, just given all the information, at least that I have about this stuff, it's not a road I'm willing to go down just for expedience of the outcome. Right? Just for expedience of the outcome. So that's the conversation. That's the conversation on AI. And again, it's going to be ongoing. Right? It's going to be ongoing. We'll see. I'll check in a month from now and we'll see where I'm at. I definitely am going to implement, the SEO part of it for sure. So I'll keep you guys posted. And of course, if you're using AI right now, especially Chat GPT, let's talk about it more. Like if there's something that I'm not getting, I definitely want to hear it. I definitely want to hear from you. So let's have a conversation on Facebook, right? Come join our Facebook community, the Redefine community, facebook.com/group/redefine community. This is an important conversation because this technology will affect all of us as marketers. And so I need to learn more. So come have a discussion with me. Open my eyes to perhaps things that I'm not seeing, or let me know if you agree with me or not, right? Let me know if you agree with me. So again, it's facebook.com/group/redefine community. It's a community designed to support, where we can support each other on our entrepreneurial journeys, right? Everything from mindset to marketing. So anyways, that's going to do it for today. Thanks for hanging out. More from me tomorrow. So until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you in the next episode.